going on, guys? Kamon here. So today, this is going to be a special video. This is another update to my World Tree deck that I posted. So if you guys didn't check it out, go check it out. I feel like I'm really pushing the boundary for this deck. But wait, before all that, thank you guys for 885 subscribers, bro. Oh, we're so close to 900, bro. So a few announcements. We did get the brand new camera, so yes. Two, I will be going to YCS Philly, so this video is going to go up on Wednesday. So I'm going to record like a lot of videos today and tomorrow so I can have it set for you guys, because I will not be able to record over the weekend because I'll be gone. So I'm doing this for y'all. Thank you guys so much. Two, I want to use this video, this deck profile, to kind of help with my YCS Philly. You know what I mean? Because I took this to locals today and I got second place. I could have got first, but I bricked the third game, dude. Feels bad, but here's what it is. I had some sick matches, which I did record, so you will be checking those out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just gonna go over my choices with this deck. I changed around this deck a lot, but it's still more or less the same World Tree deck. Two, I want to make a video discussing a few things, like things that have been like bothering me with, I'm not gonna say the community, so just some people, bro. Like, cause some of y'all, bro, y'all think y'all slick and you found the right one today. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm gonna show you guys the main deck, the extra inside. So let's get into it. Also, shout out to the new camera, bro. I'm so happy I got this camera. Y'all have no idea. So now my nice cards can look nice for y'all. Anyways, starting off, triple Yugioh, honorary Swordsoul. My favorite monster in the entire deck is Yugioh, believe it or not. Second is Moye. But Yugioh is really good. Since this is the World Tree variant, playing her at 3 is a much more needed card now. If it's not World Tree, you could play her at 2. I can see the argument with that, but either way, I think playing her at 3 is just fine. She has helped me so many times. There is times where like you open up with just her and nothing else, but that it is what it is. But that doesn't really matter too much. You know what I mean? But I still think her at 3. Too good. Yo, y'all remember when she was like $50 each? You remember that, right? I do. So yeah, 3 Yugioh. Definitely play at 3 in here. Now for the Swordsoul lineup, triple Moye. I still have my this one, the secret. I love these. Triple Moye, triple Long Yuong, 2 Taya, and the 1 Allspice. Allspice has put in so much work. I cannot see myself not playing this card. I have this build to where it's a very interactive-esque build now. You know what I mean? Every card interacts with every other card in the main deck and for my opponent. So Allspice is so good. So he has 3 effects, believe it or not. First effect in hand, you contribute a monster and just summon him. So if you're, example, if you're fighting against heroes and they hit you with the Dark Angel, you can literally tribute it to summon this for free. Effect number 2 involves if your worm type monster battles your opponent's extra deck monster, you can banish this card and banish your opponent's monster. That's cool. The third effect, which is very important, when you synchro summon with this card, right? When it hits the graveyard, you can target a card on the field, or in either player's graveyard and banish it. So this can get you out of like a lot of situations. Like there's a time where I chain blocked my Shisha with this card and I ended up banishing a problematic monster on the field. You know what I mean? My opponent couldn't respond to stop this. You know what I mean? Like it was really cool. So I cannot see myself playing this deck without this card now. I think it's a mandatory at least one of. You want to play him at 2, that's fine, but I think just having him, I feel so much safer with him in this build. You know what I mean? Like it's so good. Standard Taya, we all know what Taya does, and Long Yuong and Moye. This is a standard Swordsoul lineup, bro. This lineup will never really change. If you're not messing with the Allspice, bro, definitely check out the Allspice. He's saved me so many times, dude. He saved me so much. Now I am running only 2 Ringo Worm. Before I was running 3 because the theory behind it was you want to see this card, right? You can see this card a lot more now because we do play Small World. Small World makes this deck tremendously better, dude. We have so many lines in our monsters. Like this is for one, this is a light, this is a level 4, and it's a tuner, so you can connect this with at least 3 or at least 2 of these things. You know what I mean? Like this is so good. You can go Small World, banish the dead Moye from your hand, banish Ecclesia, add this to your hand. You know what I mean? Like lines like that exist, and like you can start going for crazy amount of lines. If you want to play this deck like with the Apple Dragon, I suggest playing it with Apple Dragon, and I suggest playing it with Small World. Small World makes this deck so much better. And like in reality, Small World isn't just for search this. You know how many times I searched out a Ecclesia with Small World, or I searched out a freaking Ashuna with Small World, or a Moye? You know what I mean? It opens up so much, and before you bash it, bro, just try it first. You know what I mean? All I gotta say is just try it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But me, I like it. So just 2 of these, just so you don't brick on it, because they're the game I did lose. I opened up 2 of these with no other starter, and I was just like, well, that's unlucky. That does not mean the deck is bad. It just means the 1 game out of 4 in total I bricked the 1 time. You know what I mean? There's this 1 game I had, oh my god, dude, he had everything and I still played around it. You're gonna see in the match, you're gonna be like, that's crazy. So yeah, 2 of those. And for the Tenyis, we are running 3 Ashuna, 2 Vashuda, 2 Arihara, and I'm trying out the 1 Nahata. So my theory behind Nahata, so if you want to run this, if you want to run the red one, you can, or if you want to stick with the Shatana, you can do that. But I wanted to like change things around. I think Nahata is really good. It puts up a lot of pressure. So my thought process behind Nahata, right? There's times where like you just have a monk on field. So 9 times out of 10, the opponent will beat over monk. At least with this, it lowers it by 15. You know what I mean? So then theoretically your opponent could die. Like against the Dragon Link player, shout out you know, the homie, he had a Bestial on field, and he asked, what did this do? I'm like, low by 15. He was like, damn, I can't even crash into it because then we'll both die. I'm like, yeah, like this puts up so much pressure. So I'm testing it out. So far, I do like it, but I can understand if you still want to play Shatana, or if you want to play the Mapara instead. Mapara for me is very hit or miss, because their time, like in theory, it's good because like, yeah, sure, you can, if your non-effect monster is targeted by a card, negate and destroy that, right? So like usually they'll hit your freaking token, or they'll hit your freaking monk. You know what I mean? With targeting. But it's like there are times where they don't even target it to get rid of it. Like they'll just beat over it somehow. So I feel like the Mapara could be it's live sometimes. I feel like this is live all the time. And we've played with Shatana so often, I feel like it's easy to play around Shatana also. You know what I mean? Because theoretically, if your monk gets banished, your Shatana will not go off, because Shatana will summon it back from the graveyard. So if you can't summon it back from the graveyard, you can't pop anything anyway. So I think overall, this card is pretty good. Like I said, if you don't like this card, don't play it. But I'm testing it out, and so far I really like it. So it's been helping me out a lot. So that's just my take on that. Like I said, I'm not anyone crazy. I've been playing this deck since it came out, and I find it okay to experiment with other things. So like that's the thing that I don't understand about some Yu-Gi-Oh players. Like some person can make a standard list about a deck, and then that standard list is law. And I'm just like, I don't think it works like that. You know what I mean? Because like you can change it around anytime you want, and then if you do, it's blasphemy. You got some nerve. But I don't know. That's just my little gripe. I've been getting like a lot of not a lot, but like some mixed things about my Apple Dragon build. Like a lot of people want me to be like, oh, just play with hand traps. I'm just like, bro, no, I don't want to. Like I have hand traps in here, but like I don't want the focus to be Swordsoul Tenyi plus hand trap. You know what I mean? I don't want to. I like to combo with this deck. I like to have fun with it. And like, you can't say it doesn't work if I'm literally winning. You know what I mean? Like I'm literally winning. The only time I lost was when I bricked. You know what I mean? But anyways, next, final 3 draw. Draw is a very good impact card in my opinion. So, like, I'm not playing a lot of hand traps. I'm only playing 5, so 3 draw and 2 imperm. But those 5 cards are very impactful for the match. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. If I'm playing draw plus Ash plus imperm plus Gamma, it's like, dang, bro, like, where's my other cards at? You know what I mean? I have to pray to God I draw a starting hand. You know what I mean? At least with like draw, you can small world bridge this, because for one, it's a wind, so it matches with our boy here. It's a level 1, so it matches with Adihara, and it's a spellcaster, so it also matches with Ecclesia. So the fact that we can search Droll in this deck is crazy with Small World, you know what I mean? So I think Droll is just fine. I think that's enough for the hand traps. And then obviously, the 2 Imperm. I guess I'll start putting with the hand trap lineup, but yeah, just 2 Imperm. I think it's fine. I don't think you need... I think if you want to play 3, you can play 3, but I think just 2 is just fine for me because it's searchable, you know what I mean? Because we are running Thrust still. That's it for the hand traps. For the spells, we're running 3 Emergence, and I opted to put Circle back in. I think these... So, we all know what Emergence does. You know, Emergence searches out. You need that. Cool. Circle has so many more plays for me. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like I said at the start of the video, this build is more of a interaction-esque build. You know what I mean? I can interact with my opponent in so many ways, with Circle, with my Spice, etc., etc. So, like, I think Circle is extremely good. There's times where I get it, yo, everyone's playing Droll, you know what I mean? But it's like, Droll isn't the end of the world for this deck. It's just not. If you've played this deck for a long time, you know. There was a time where I had a monster on field, and I went Emergence Search, and they Drolled me, and I said, chain Circle should be my monster, search again. You know what I mean? Like, this just offers up so much more utility. And it's also good for, like, if you're dueling someone and you go summon Moye effect, reveal for cost, and they go Imperm, you can go Circle. So theoretically, with these 3 cards, I feel even safer for my Moye to go off, or my Taya, or whatever it is I want to do. Like, I feel very safe with having these 3. So I genuinely think Circle is a pretty good card to play in here. You know what I mean? Plus, since we are still playing the level 4, it's really, really good. So if you don't like Circle, if you really like Vessel or whatever, you can play Vessel. But for me, I think Circle is lit, dude. I think Circle is so good. So 2 Circle. I'm only running 2 Small World now because we can't search it out with the 2 Thrust and obviously the talent. This lineup is cool for me. Small World is amazing. I can see myself playing this back at 3 again, but in theory only, I get why it's only played at 2. I played it at 3 before because I'm just like, yo, this card is lit. Every time I saw it, it's live, but this requires you to have some kind of hand advantage. So I don't know. I might bump it back up to 3 since I am running Circle again. So Circle can help with the hand advantage. You know what I mean? So theoretically, like, every card in here works with every other card. So if you want to run this at 3, I'd say go for it. But for now, I'm testing it at 2. This isn't like the final build for the YCS or anything. So I think this is a-okay. But I think Small World's a cool card. I think it's good. It opens up so many plays. There was times where, like, y'all don't even know. When you watch the freaking duels, especially against the Dragon Link, you're gonna be like, this is crazy. This is nuts. What the heck? You know what I mean? I think this is nuts. So yeah, just Small World. I like Small World at 2. You want to run at 3, go ahead. But again, I am running double Thrust, so it is searchable. In the 1 talents, this card came up a lot today. I might play this at 2. For the love spells, I am running the 1 Summit, the 1 Punishment, and obviously the 1 Blackout. I'm kind of 50-50 with Punishment. I put it back in here to test it out. It did come up, but I sided this out every other game. So In theory, I might change punishment for a second talents. Like, that might be the wave here. Summon is broken. I'm never taking out Summon. Summon is too good. But I might take out punishment for a second talents, because there's been many times where I side out punishment every game. You know what I mean? Because, like, it's good going second, but, like, when you want to go first, you don't want to see it. At least with talents, if they hand trap you, you can interact with them. You know what I mean? So if you want to take out a punishment for talents, you can do so, because we already have a built-in punishment into our Auspice. You know what I mean? So it's like, it does the same thing. This can just recycle itself a little bit better. You know what I mean? So if you want, I might take this out for a second talents, most likely. So it all depends. Then Summon, and then obviously the one Blackout. Blackout is good at 1. I don't think you need to play it at 2. If you do play it at 2, definitely run the Gold Sark build, because I think Gold Sark plus 2 of these is really good, because you can banish one off a Gold Sark, summon a token, do your plays, and then your second standby phase, get this card to your hand. You know what I mean? So I think if you want to do that, you can. Also, it does suck to draw this, because then you can't use your Sacred Combo, but it's what it is. That's just how the deck goes. That's the solid 40 cards. I'm really digging this build a lot more, but there are times where I wish I was playing a little bit more, like, a little bit more talent, a little bit more small world. I might even take out Imperm or something. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm just testing out builds to see how I like it. You know what I mean? I like Droll. I think Droll is definitely enough half the time, because, like, Droll's good, but I might not take an Imperm. I think Imperm is too good to actually take out. I think I'm just being kind of crazy now, but yeah. That's it for 40 cards. Extra deck, I changed it around a little bit. You know, token or field center. We got our cool Apple Dragon token. So the tokens, Apple Dragon, Swordsoul token, Swordsoul, Swordsoul, Swordsoul. Again, you can get these from Etsy. I got all these cards from Etsy. Check out the Apple Dragon token. I'm so happy this got here in the mail. Let me do this. Sorry. Ooh. Look at this, dude. It's so nice. It's so cute. Definitely rocking this. I hope my sleeves get here before Philly starts, though. I'm going to be honest. But, yeah. So, first thing up, for the links, 2 Monk and the 1 Shaman. There was times today where I wish I had a third, but, like, the third one didn't matter because of the game state. It was just one of those things where I'm just like, damn, I wish I had a third one. But other than that, that was 1 duel out of 4. You know what I mean? So I think this is fine. The 1 Shaman and the 2 Monk. Shaman's been coming up a lot more lately, dude. So I definitely recommend this lineup. I took out all the 6s. They're all gone, because I'm focusing more on the 7s and the 8s and the 9s. Or the 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s. So that's my theory behind it. So no more Horus, no more Charge Warrior, just straight up, just Yazi. Yazi puts in so much work now, dude. It's so crazy. Yazi 2 Boxia. Hard theory, but I've been in debate of taking out 1 Boxia, because, like, reality, I only really resolve its effect once. Each effect once, you know what I mean? Summon, spin, bring back. But I feel like it's too risky to take out a Boxia. Like, I'm not there. Like, there's no card in the extra deck where I'm just like, oh, I need this card. I need this card. You know what I mean? So I think Boxia is a-okay. 2 Shishao, mandatory from the Apple Dragon build. 1 Berserker. He's super, super good to help you go into Chaos Angel to make everything good. I'm still rocking the Chao Fang. I think Chao Fang is really good. It's good against Manadium, and it's good against Branded. You can do the combos to, you know, make this to where darks can't use their effects and lights can't use their effects. Not both. It's kind of too hard, but you get what I'm saying, though. Like, I think this card's really good. I'm running the Shinshin. Subscriber told me to run this, and he was right. This card's really good versus Purely, and it's really good versus Tier Element. There we go. I could not know what it was called. Yeah, Shinshin's really good. I think Shinshin's pretty solid. You can bring it back when it gets banished. When you attack, you can put back one of your worms. Overall, it's a good card. And, like, you can summon this off of, like, a level 7 Tenyi and your Apple Dragon. So, woohoo, go nuts, you know? Tinder Standard, Sinister, Shishao, and Cheng Ying. with the Baron de Fleur and the Chaos Angel. I'm never taking this card out. This card is too good. Just play Chaos Angel, dude. It's so good, dude. Like, it's one me. You're gonna see like the duel I had. I'm gonna post tomorrow. It was against Max Clausen. You know, shout out to Max. It was against his Ada Ignisters, and he made a big board, but he couldn't get rid of my board because like my monsters couldn't die by a battle, and they're unaffected by monster effects. So we just sat there just like But yeah. Side deck is sort of the same-ish. I think I changed it around. 3 Divine Incarnate. I think this card is really good. There's been times where I want to play a Kaiju over this, but like, it's honestly too good versus Casteira because they have all that stuff. They go draw phase, standby phase, do the thing, blah blah blah. You go, thanks. You know what I mean? Clears the field. This card's too good. 3 Divine Incarnate, 3 Dark Ruler, 2 MST, and the Dun Duster. I'm playing Duster over Regeki because I want to search out back row hate with my thrust. So I think this is totally fine right here. Dark Ruler is extremely good. Extremely good. I'm so happy I put this card back in here. Like, the side deck didn't really change too much, if I'm being honest. So 3D Bear. This card is broken. I'm never taking this out. And Gravity Collapse. This card's pretty good too. The one time I did see it, that's when I did brick, so it didn't really perform at all. But I'm not gonna say like the card is bad because of the one time. I feel like that's a dumb and stupid argument to make. Like, oh, you bricked the one time when you had this card, so it's obviously bad. It's like, no, I bricked because I just bricked, bro. But in theory, this card just beats half of the meta. They go summon super heavy, you go see you later, end your turn. You go summon Casteira, see you later, end your turn. Purely, end your turn. Dragon Link, end your turn. You know what I mean? The only thing it can't stop is like Inherit Summon, so like Branded. But if they go summon a Branded, then you just go, hey, see you later. So I think Gravity Collapse is good. If you don't like this card, you can change it for something else if you want to. No big deal. But me personally, I think this card is very solid. If I were to resolve this against a certain deck, I'll just flat out win. Because most decks cannot recover from this. Swordsoul Mirror, see you later. You know what I mean? But yeah, okay. That is it for my YCS Philly. Well, I'm not there yet, but like I said, I'm possibly going to take out a punishment for the second Talents because I think Talents is too good to not play. Everyone's running hand traps anyway, so I think Talents is just super good. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and let me know your thoughts of this build. If you want me to try out a certain card, or maybe like this build is good, or what you know about the Talents and whatnot. But anyways, have an awesome day, guys. Thank you guys for all the support and love like always. Catch you tomorrow's video. Peace.